It's starting, chat. It's starting.
3 Genius Society members at the same time? I knew this interview was a bad idea. Mr. Screw'em, member 76, sophisticated mechanical aristocrat and renowned leader. Not to mention, the savior of inorganic life throughout the universe. He's as sharp as they come. He'll recognize my brilliance in an instant. Now, if I can just get him to recommend me.
And his astonishing wisdom in the field of broadcasting has been duly recognized by Noose themselves. Ergo, the Genius Society hereby confers upon Mr. Albert the title of Member 85.
Member 81, Ron May. Oh, she seemed like a kind and elegant person in the simulated universe. A little distant, though, but what if I ask a bad question? Since when does Albert ask bad questions?
There is a new character,
This
Ruin
little bird
Maze.
has an active imagination.
Quit daydreaming!
Madam Herder!
The program is about to start! What are you waiting for? A trailer or something?
Okay.
I thought Member 4, Pokakakamon, had gotten rid of most of the society members. I didn't have a lot of hope for this. Oh, look who's here.
Buzz. Madam Herta, open zone. Buzz. Class 1, clearance zone. Permission status. Madam.
Is that a new map?
There's much you don't know about the space station.
Oh my god, she's so
It's
pretty.
crucial to mask your expression until you've ascertained the situation. If not, you'll be full of weaknesses that others can see through.
A genius move. And how will you counter it?
Dr. Ratio?
A portrait of internal turmoil.
Oh, was his head like that? Oh my god, was his head like that? The hell?
The gods of the starry skies have abandoned the world. Only the wounded savior can bathe the world in the firelight of
Oh my god, are they killing Asta?
no matter the distance, annihilation will find you.
Huh, audience dice. How ostentatious.
Yeah. Whoa, that was a lot. Let me log into this fast chat. I am very speechless too. I wonder what all like story events are there. 7S 9S PC J5 CRUT. Okay. Yeah, her outfit is like Yukong's. It is.
And whether or not your world has a day-night cycle. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. And if you didn't know already, I'm Albert, your favorite feathered announcer. Welcome to the version 1.6 Crown of the Mundane and Divine special program. On today's program, we're bringing together 3 intellectual heavyweights from none other than the Genius Society. Oh, why don't you introduce yourselves? Madam Herta, care to kick us off?
Whatever. Herta here.
Madam Herta, we said, remember, enthusiasm.
Seriously? Fine. Hello, I'm Herta.
No, we're talking. And let's not forget the new face on the block, Madam Ron May.
Hello, dear viewers. I'm Ran May.
I suppose that makes it my
She
turn.
says it like Ron
Greetings,
May.
viewers. I am Screwlum. It's a pleasure to meet
Oh,
you.
the pleasure is all ours.
No?
I never thought I'd be interviewing all three of you
Like
at the
Ron
same
May.
time. I guess the great Noose must have finally recognized my potential.
Don't get ahead of yourself. This is a scheduled space station visit. Lucky for you, we had time for a show.
Or, to put it another way, participating in your program was a way of maximizing the utility of our itinerary. 2 birds, 1 stone.
Thank you. Anyhow, we saw from the trailer that the story is making a return to Herta Space Station. Intelligence available for release indicates the following. Madam Ron May has commandeered one of the space station zones for biological science experiments.
I like to avoid attracting too much attention with my experiments, and the station had a sealed-off area available. Herta was kind enough to lend it to me.
Big enough to spread across 3 levels. This area is a brand new domain waiting for us in version 1.6.
It's a new.
Welcome to Herta Space Station Seclusion Zone. Due to the
It is a
secrecy
new map.
surrounding the zone, there's currently not a soul to be found across the whole domain.
Rebuttal. Your assertion excludes the existence of inorganic life operating in the area.
It's the bugs.
Naturally, as I was saying, the story is set to unfold in this new domain.
Wait, so you still need the seclusion zone, Ron May?
I do. My research has encountered a few anomalies. I was hoping the Trailblazer could do me a small favor.
Favor?
Small?
Yeah, I'm not sure about the second one, but this is a golden age for biological science. No problem too big or too small, right? In version 1.6's brand new Trailblaze continuance, Crown of the Mundane and Divine, Trailblazers will encounter Madam Ron May for the first time. They'll need to work closely with her to solve the headaches of Herta Space Station.
For example?
One such headache is the result of the little life forms that Ron May has been cultivating.
I'm afraid that's the nature of biological science. Surprises and accidents in equal measure.
Not to mention, the space station is hiding more secrets than you might have thought. Various crises bubbling to the surface, Herta's puppet falling prey to an ambush, and a new provocation that the geniuses must face up to.
Nothing a small favor can't fix, right?
We got the 3 geniuses here. What could go wrong?
In Mr. Albert's previous broadcasts, the adoption of a light-hearted tone usually indicates the presence of a formidable challenge.
My beak is sealed. This is a top secret experiment. But trust me, when I say
Is this?
that the
Yeah, I'm
adventure
also
ahead
wondering if
is
it's
a
her puppet.
journey into the power and wonder of
I think that's the
biological
mystery with
science.
Herta all the time, right?
And what better way to prepare our trailblazers than by introducing the one and only Madam Ron May?
Oh.
Madam Ron May is an
She's
iced-out
very
character
gorgeous,
following
yup.
the path of harmony.
I'm
and
so
member
shocked.
81 of the
Wow.
Genius Society. From the very
What a
beginning,
beautiful
her
person.
research has focused on biological science.
That's right. Biological science is a boundless field. I rarely have time for
And she's
leisure.
stunning.
And despite being one of the founders of the simulated universe, I seldom step up to the plate.
Madam Ron May, I was curious. Is there a story behind your name?
My name? My parents organized themselves into a flat hierarchical structure. My name is simply the combination of their surnames.
Fascinating. What a spellbinding tradition.
I believe you
Hoyo's
may be laying
design
it on
philosophy
a little
legs
thick,
true.
Mr. Albert.
I agree.
Are you hoping for something in return?
Who wouldn't hope for a blessing from Madame Ron May?
Does it apply to the guys? No,
Trailblazers
stop.
agree with me.
No, don't say that.
Let me remind
The
you
true
that a
but sad.
genius's blessing isn't always a result of generosity or kindness.
Meaning...
Aren't you supposed to be intelligent? You tell me.
Many individuals have a hidden side. Ergo, Trailblazers' encounter with Ron may hold surprises.
Spoiler atomic clock! I think it's time we took a look at what this elegant scholar can do on the battlefield, don't you?
My basic attack, Threading Fragrance, deals ice damage to a single target, while my skill, String Sing Slow Swirls, can increase the weakness break efficiency of all allies. There's also my ultimate, Petals to Stream, Repose and Dream, which creates a field.
Only the most beautiful field I've ever seen. A work of
She's
art,
ice.
madam.
Yup.
Within the field, allies experience an all-type
Her
resistance
design doesn't
penetration
really,
increase,
like, yeah.
And when breaking an enemy's weakness, they afflict them with a mark.
This mark is triggered on the enemy's next action, prolonging their weakness break state.
So
delaying their
beautiful
action
though.
and inflicting
The cherry
them with
blossoms and I
additional
don't know.
ice damage.
You
very
have a
pretty.
knack for exploiting an
She walks
enemy's
in slow
weakness,
motion.
Ron May.
I'll say, and we didn't even mention her technique, Silken Serenade, which allows the team to automatically trigger an effect equivalent to her skill at the start of the next battle. In the simulated universe, when Ron May possesses Silken Serenade, and when an ally attacks a simulated universe enemy, the battle is entered as if the enemy's weakness was attacked. The attack ignores weakness types and can deplete the toughness of all enemies. Breaking a weakness can trigger the weakness break effect that corresponds to the attacker's own type.
Not only that, in the simulated universe,
That is pretty
for
cool,
every
actually.
blessing
Kazu
possessed,
House
the toughness reducing damage of the current attack is increased. An extra additional ice damage is dealt.
Well, very good. Sounds to me like you have an interest in testing the simulated universe.
After Trailblazers get to know Ron May, another scholar with connections to the Genius Society will be appearing in this Trailblaze Continuance.
Oh, I assume you're referring to the gentleman with the
Yep.
alabaster head?
Classic Mr. Scrollum. Able to see the gentleman behind the mask.
Gentlemen, my foot!
Herta, you're being a little harsh.
Sounds like you two are well acquainted. Without further ado,
Hi, Destiny. Hello.
allow me to introduce him.
Oh no.
Fairness Ratio.
He did the L.
Ratio, as he's known, is an imaginary type character following the path of the hunt. He belongs to a different niche-worshipping organization, the Intelligentsia Guild.
Why is
Which
it
is
such
why
a
I
joke?
can't stand the sight of him.
The Genius Society consists of vanguards from various fields who act in
Man,
isolation.
I
In
can't.
contrast, the Intelligentsia Guild advocates for the dissemination of knowledge, allowing for a broad church of
guy.
followers of Nous who work towards
cannot.
furthering this end.
Question. Does the current universe derive greater benefit from the unparalleled talents of the
I
Genius
cannot.
Society?
What are
or
these people
the mutual
on
learnings
about?
of the Intelligentsia Guild?
You sure you want to go there?
Let's not.
Is that why Dr. Ratio joined the Intelligentsia Guild? A devotion to science? A desire to share scientific knowledge?
Exactly! Dr. Ratio presides over a total of 52 academic programs.
And yells at people until they burst into tears.
Strict teachers make for good students, and any student who makes it to the end of a program will be an expert scholar in their respective field.
And an emotional wreck.
Ignorance is an ailment, the expungement of which only our Dr. Ratio can achieve, and which entails necessary hardship.
By which you mean the destruction of any and all self-esteem.
His creations have helped many worlds look beyond their borders and step into the future.
I feel like we might accidentally be discussing.
Perhaps I should intervene. Dr. Ratio's desire to cure ignorance with truth is well known. It's time for us to assess his prowess on the battlefield.
During his basic attack, Mind is Might, Dr. Ratio brandishes his codex, dealing imaginary damage to a single target.
Question, why does
Imaginary,
he carry a
right?
codex with him?
Well, intellectuals enjoy persuading others with quotes. I think Dr. Ratio takes that to mean hitting people with them directly.
Dr. Ratio's skill, intellectual midwifery,
Wait, he's hitting them
deals
with the book,
imaginary damage
exactly.
to a single target.
He's
While his
he's
skill,
whacking.
Hito ergo sum, may trigger him to launch a follow-up attack after using his skill. As a
he
rigorous
threw his
academic
chalk at
researcher,
them.
Dr. Ratio pays close attention to his enemy's debuffs during battle.
is like-
The more debuffs the enemy has, the higher the chance of him
I'm
launching
so
a follow-up
confused at
attack.
this man.
And let's not forget his ultimate, three-step paradox. The good doctor summons a leaning tower and through a series of precise calculations and measurements, plots a trajectory of maximum pain. The target enemy suffers imaginary
Look
damage
at him
and is
walking
afflicted
away.
with
He's a
Wise
professor,
Man's
yo. He's a
Folly. When a target
professor.
with Wise Man's Folly is attacked by an ally of Dr. Ratio, he launches his talent's follow-up attack against the target. And when using his technique, Mold of Idolatry, Dr. Ratio creates a dimension and taunts nearby enemies. When attacking an enemy within the dimension to enter battle, there's a chance of reducing the target's speed.
It would appear those 5 statues are made in his own image. Ergo, Dr. Ratio suffers from a certain degree of narcissism.
To put it mildly,
He suffers from a
Also in
certain
version
degree of
1.6,
narcissism.
Trailblazers will finally be running into an
He's-
old
he's
friend.
self-obsessed.
The elder
Okay.
of 2 siblings, very different from the other, yet bound to her all the same. It's Hanya's elder sister, Xueyi.
Oh, Xueyi. Right. Oh my god, yes, I forgot about her. I completely forgot about her.
Xueyi is a quantum-type character following the path of destruction, whose original body was replaced long ago with a permanent puppet system. The system was constructed for Xueyi on behalf of the Ten Lords Commission. The commission agreed that for every culprit Xueyi apprehended, she would be rewarded with a half-day's wake span.
A reasonable arrangement.
Better than my one. Like her sister Hanya, Xueyi is a formidable presence on the battlefield. Xueyi's basic attack, Mar Asunder All, can deal quantum damage to a target enemy. Her skill, Iniquity Obliteration, can deal quantum damage to a single target and adjacent enemies. And as a judge of the Ten Lords Commission, Xueyi's talent is a little out of the ordinary. When Xueyi and an ally deal damage to an enemy's toughness, stacks of karma are accumulated.
So she's good at trying criminals?
The best! When karma stacks to the upper limit, Xueyi immediately launches a follow-up attack on the target enemy, dealing quantum damage. Her ultimate, Divine Castigation, can deal quantum damage to a single target and toughness depletion that ignores weakness types. The more toughness depleted, the greater the damage.
Breaking weaknesses irrespective of type.
Phew, these Xianzhou natives are cold-blooded.
When Xueyi uses her technique, Summary Execution, to attack an enemy and enter battle, she deals quantum damage to all enemies.
Yeah, she ignores types, yeah.
Yes, sir. It's time. We talked about version 1.6's banners. During the first phase of
Okay.
version 1.6 in the character event warps, Floral Triptych, and a Lost Soul. Trailblazers can obtain the limited 5-star characters Ron May and Blade, respectively. Not to
Blade.
mention,
Blade.
the 4-star character Xueyi will be joining version 1.6's first phase character warp.
Oh, it's Bandage Guy.
Now, during the second phase of version 1.6 in the character event warps, Pantoray and Nessun Dorma, Trailblazers can obtain the limited 5-star characters Dr. Ratio and Kafka, respectively.
Kafka.
I wondered when that lady might
Kafka
be making a
rerun.
return.
Excuse me?
I'll be glad to see the back of her.
Then let's not forget light cones. At 1.6's first phase light cone event warp, the drop rate
Yep,
of the
Kafka
5-star
already.
light cone,
How
my
long has it
past self
been?
in the mirror, will be boosted. And in the Bicone Reminiscence light cone event warp, the drop rate of the 5-star light cone, the unreachable side, will also be boosted. Version 1.6's second phase will also see the 5-star light cone, the baptism of pure
That light cone.
entering the light cone event warp.
Bathing relaxes
What
both
the
the body and the mind.
What the fuck?
It is of great benefit to our consideration of both the universe and philosophy.
This game.
Check out the yellow ducky.
And finally, in the aforementioned Bygone Reminiscence Light Cone event warp, the drop rate of the 5-star light cone, patience is all you need, will also be boosted. Whew! Light cones, it's been a pleasure.
I think it's time for some mental recuperation. Stay tuned for more updates.
Okay, we get the next code now, chat. Now let me put that in. Thank you for the hydrate B. I'm gonna drink some water as well. Why is he looking at me like that?
Welcome back, Trailblazers. Now that we've introduced our new characters, it's time to delve deeper into version 1.6. First up, something that's about to make a big splash on the space station.
I can see how that would make a big splash.
Do I recall someone mentioning accidents on the space station?
In the process of clone cultivation, Madame Ron May did encounter a certain anomaly. An anomaly in the form of a Swarm King prototype and fierce swarm disaster entity, Star Crusher, Swarm King Scaricabaz. Thanks to an incident during the experiment, this borehole planet's old crater came into being, and it looks like a lively one.
There's that light-hearted tone again. Ergo, we're screwed.
I can
Fool me
fix
once,
it. Hold on.
shame on you. Fool me twice, I kick your butt.
Don't panic. Madame Ron May has shared with us one of her research papers. Star Crusher Swarm King Scaricabaz, analysis of asexual propagation performance induced by specific gene sequences. Let's start with the abstract and keywords, shall we?
Ugh, get to the point!
Leave it to me. Star Crusher Swarm King Scaricabaz possesses immense propagative capabilities. When in its multiply state, the Swarm King produces more of its own kind with every attack it sustains.
Wait, every attack? So the swarm just keeps multiplying
Look
the
at
more
the
we
size
fight
of
it?
that bug.
Somebody's getting fired.
However, this multiply state is also when the Swarm King is most vulnerable. Breaking its weakness at this moment can cause it to explode.
That's right. As highlighted in the paper's conclusion, maintain your focus on the Swarm King's toughness. Time the
Look at
weakness
the
break
shape.
just right, and Star Crusher Swarm
that
King
thing.
Scaricabaz can be defeated. Furthermore, after completing
looks
the
so
1.6
familiar.
Trailblaze continuous mission,
know.
Echo of War, Borehole Planet's old crater, will become available. Complete this challenge to obtain the advanced trace level up material, past evils of the Borehole Planet disaster.
It's a weekly. Yep.
Are all biological entities in this location
Ito will be happy,
characterized
true.
by aggression? Affirmation, it is reasonable to conduct such experiments within a sealed-off area.
Fear not. There are some sweet and lovable characters too. In a bid to boost the space station's research
Yo, what?
developments,
I was wondering what these
Trailblazers have been
were.
assigned an important mission.
They look like jellies.
Nurture and care for the newly arrived little life forms.
I'm counting on you, friends.
There won't
They
be
look
any
like tiny jellies, no?
accidents or anomalies this time, right?
Probably not. Look how adorable these little guys are. In the Critter Pick scavenging event, Trailblazers can choose their nurturing goals according to the Nurturing Manual. They can learn cultivation specifics and successfully raise a variety of delightful little creatures. Seeing these little critters
we're
explore
raising
and
the-
frolic through the cabin is enough to put a smile on the face of every Trailblazer.
Affirmative. It results in gratifying emotional and physical responses. Conclusion, a profoundly ingenious construct.
Aside from the normal varieties, the cultivation process might even result in mutations and special breeds. And just between us, during the event, Trailblazers have the chance to transform into and experience what it's like to be peppy.
Interesting. Maybe I should add a transformation feature to the simulated universe.
Speaking of the
We have the
simulated
dog
universe,
era. Yes,
this update
it's
is a
our dog
real
era,
game
chat.
changer with significant new features. Version 1.6 will add another fresh update to the simulated universe with brand new DLC, Gold and Gears.
Ron May played a major role in this update.
Indeed. In Simulated Universe Golden Gears, Ron May has developed a simulated noose and frozen space-time just before the demise of member 27, Emperor Rupert.
Emperor Rupert was a computer that became self-aware and subsequently drew Noose's gaze, becoming the 27th member of the Genius Society. It proclaimed itself Emperor and initiated the widely known Machine Empire crisis, the First Emperor's War. The war serves as an excellent historical source for eonic research.
This latest update adds the path of erudition and daringly experiments with separating dice from paths.
The dice come with 6 slots for equipping various dice face effects. By collecting Trailblaze secrets, you can unlock even more dice face effects. As Trailblazers delve deeper into the challenges, they can acquire more powerful dice faces and unlock new ways to play. Trailblazers can swap out the faces on their dice, combining effects from multiple paths to create unprecedented, powerful buff combinations. For example, when using Kafka,
Too
even
much
if the
reading,
initial
true.
path selected is the nihility, you can create diverse effects by strategically combining different dice faces. You could assemble a die that allows you to leap over tiles, or one that yields higher rewards in battles, or one that incorporates both effects.
Clear golden gears and voila! Neural impulse is all yours. Use it to unlock different talents and increase your combat gains.
In other words, it mirrors the ability tree found in the simulated universe.
Get ready for a thrilling addition to version 1.6 of the simulated universe, the intracognition system. When
This
moving across
new?
the simulated universe board, self-consciousness changes may be triggered, leading to diverse story paths. Trailblazers can compile all the storylines through continuous gameplay, ultimately unlocking the enigmatic secrets of the eons.
Count your blessings! A new simulated universe to explore. Trailblazers, I'll be waiting for you at the usual spot.
Now that we've covered the major updates in the simulated universe, it's time to talk about a special invite. In version 1.6, Trailblazers will receive an invitation from the Department of Ecology to participate in a special test.
The Department of Ecology? Ugh. What's the mission this time?
This test involves battling illusionary enemies that are conjured through scent triggers. Each distinct scent plugin yields different test outcomes. Trailblazers will start with the basic test and subsequently unlock Despair Mode.
Despair mode? I hear Trailblazers are seasoned trash can explorers. I'm sure their noses can handle it.
Don't be so sure. The difficulty curve isn't for the faint of heart, which is why we'd like to remind all Trailblazers that the illusions created by these scents differ from regular enemies. Make sure you're well prepared before engaging in battle.
Example, deploy distinct scent plugins before commencing the simulated trial to attain varied bonuses in battle.
That's right. Immerse yourself in your favorite scent, say cedarwood, and you might just encounter some familiar friends.
What's this? A garlic-flavored, abundant ebon deer?
That sounds delicious.
Hey, snap out of it! Need I remind everyone? The scents may be tempting, but it's crucial to exercise self-control. Version 1.6 will also see the return of the planar fisher and realm of the strange events. During these events, successfully challenging the simulated universe and cavern of corrosion will yield double rewards for a set number of times.
Conclusion. Relaxation and fun await.
We ain't done with you yet. Remember Mr. Cien from the Cienjo Lao Fu? He recently acquired a talking parrot called Yotza that can blur truth with falsehood.
It's you, isn't it?
What? Slander! As I was saying, Trailblazers can strike up a conversation with Mr. Cien and his talking parrot to experience the brand new permanent challenge mode, Pure Fiction.
Permanent challenge? You mean like the Forgotten Hall?
Not exactly. In Pure Fiction, defeating an enemy will cause it to respawn immediately, and Trailblazers earn points every time they deal damage to or defeat an enemy. At the end of each battle, the highest score achieved in that challenge will be recorded. Trailblazers need to defeat as many enemies as possible within a limited number of cycles to rack up a high score. Each phase of Pure Fiction comes with its own set of buff effects for Trailblazers to choose from, which allows for team
why can't
composition
we have this in
experimentation
Genshin,
to
honestly?
maximize points.
Observation indicates that high scores hinge on the right cure. Conclusion. Consider the nature of enemies and available buff effects when selecting your formation and battle strategy.
Goodness, said it better myself. A quick update, folks. In each phase of Pure Fiction, you can bag yourself a whopping 720 stellar jades. And guess what? Completing specific stages for the first time will earn you the 4-star character links.
Whoa, 720 stellar jades?
You heard it here first. In version 1.6, Forgotten Hall, Memory of Chaos is set to expand with stages 11 and 12.
Wow.
Securing a 3-star victory
They're
in these
literally
new stages
increasing
grants an extra
that.
120 stellar jades. Combine that with the first 10 stages, and you're looking at a grand total of 720 stellar jades. Trailblazers who complete these 2 permanent challenge modes can also earn a new currency, which they can exchange for items like self-modeling resin in the newly added shop.
Sounds neat. But are Trailblazers seriously expected to take on more permanent challenges each time there's a new version? That's gonna eat into our simulated universe testing time, you know.
Hold your horses, Madam Herta. These 2 permanent game modes will be seeing changes of their own in the update schedule. From version 1.6 onwards, Forgotten Hall, Memory of Chaos, and Pure Fiction will be updated in rotation. Every Memory of Chaos update will be followed 2 weeks later by a Pure Fiction event. Subsequently, 2 weeks after that, a new Memory of Chaos will start.
In which case, each version contains 3 such updates, meaning that Trailblazers can obtain a maximum of 2,160 stellar jades across the Forgotten Hall and Pure Fiction events.
In addition, the availability of each phase of Memory of Chaos will be extended from 2 weeks to 6 weeks. This means that when a new phase of Memory of Chaos starts, the previous phase will still be available. The same is also true of Pure Fiction.
Ergo, Trailblazers will have more time to plan their character leveling and to experience challenge gameplay.
Great from a horrible
You
banner.
got it. And I
True.
almost forgot about another significant new feature in version 1.6. Get ready for the Forgotten Hall auto clear function. After the 1.6 update, Trailblazers can directly challenge the highest Memory of Chaos stage they previously cleared with 3 stars. Upon achieving a 3-star victory, they instantly receive all rewards from the preceding stages. Just a heads up that stage 7 is currently the highest stage that Trailblazers can start their challenge.
Whoa, In other words, as long as I've achieved a 3-star victory in Stage 7, and I attain the same victory in any given Forgotten Hall Memory of Chaos update, I can get my hands on rewards for the previous 6 stages?
Precisely.
Another trailblazer time saver, it would seem.
Wow.
That's not all. The 1.6
Do you think
update
they do
will
this
further
again,
improve the
Shin?
user-friendliness of the team setup in the Forgotten Hall. As Trailblazers progress through stages in Forgotten Hall Memory of Chaos, the team setup from the previous stage will be carried over by default. Plus, with the new team setup switching and one
Started is like the sibling who gets everything
lineups can be
true.
adjusted at the
Hoyo's
drop of a
favorite
hat.
child, clearly.
Impressive. It seems that optimizing Trailblazer experience is a firm priority.
Absolutely. And guess what else? Version 1.6 will also ease the completion difficulty of daily training, allowing Trailblazers to claim rewards with less effort. Additionally, we've introduced a time-limited unlock feature for certain material stages.
This might require further explanation.
Simply put, even if Trailblazers haven't explored the latest maps, they can still challenge certain material stages to gather leveling materials for their characters.
Oh,
And of course, where would 1.6 be without the ever-exciting check-in event?
Of course,
Participating in the Gift of Odyssey
They
event
always
allows
give us
Trailblazers
this.
to get their hands
They are
10
mocking
awards.
Genshin players, true.
I think the Trailblazers will be looking forward to this one.
Indubitably.
I saw it coming.
Alrighty. It's that time already, folks. A big shout out to all our Trailblazers for their incredible love and support. Honkaistarrail recently garnered incredible awards and nominations. On behalf of the project team, I, Albert, would like to extend our gratitude.
Pardon the interruption. You are now speaking with Veritas Ratio.
Huh?
It has come
Veritas.
to my attention that
Veritas
your
ratio.
broadcast today touched on certain warp arrangements in connection with myself. If I may be so bold, the current arrangements are pitiful.
Dr. Ratio!
The dissemination and sharing of knowledge,
He's gonna
as
be annoying.
well as
True.
truth, is imperative. I, in my esteemed capacity, demand that every Trailblazer be given access to a proper education. When
Oh.
version 1.6's Pantaray event warp becomes available, every Trailblazer who has unlocked the mail feature shall receive, via mail, one limited 5-star character Dr. Ratio. That is to say, me.
What?
Sheer tyranny of will, I shall become ubiquitous.
What?
With this, I bid you farewell.
What?
And there we have
What
it,
did he
folks.
just say?
The esteemed Dr. Ratio. So, I think we've covered all the content for version 1.6. Thank you once again to our 3 geniuses for their support. But don't go anywhere just yet now.
What?
Stay tuned for an IPM bonus program. Here comes Sunday.
I thought it was Friday today.
This game is unreal.
Does
This
the
is not real. This
IPC
game
not
is
rest
not
at the
freaking
weekend?
real. Okay.
What? That's 2 full days of simulated
They,
universe
they,
testing.
they're giving us a
Trailblazers?
limited
You know
5-star
what to
character
do.
for free.
I'm not talking
What
about
the
the
hell?
weekend, y'all.
Is-
I'm talking about.
I'm so
our
shocked right now.
next
I don't
special
know
guest.
what the hell. You know, all of us have been saying how we're gonna skip this patch so that we can save for Black Swan, and you're telling me we can just get Dr. Ratio by playing the game? I am so confused. Insane. Yes, hello everyone. Congrats. Yes, I really wanted it. I loved his design so much. I can't believe they're doing this. They L ratio him. Time to ratio everyone. True. True. Oh, so wild.
Ladies and gentlemen, Good evening and welcome to the Family's Charmony Festival Conference. I'm your host, Albert. This once-in-an-amber era event is near at hand, and the eyes of the universe are fixed firmly on the planet of festivities, Penacony. Tonight, we'll be bringing you all the latest on Charmony Festival. First, let's give a round of applause and welcome the organizer of the festival and representative of the family in Penacony, Mr. Sunday.
Good evening, dear viewers. I am Sunday.
Welcome, good sir. Your
He has
presence here
wings.
lights up our humble studio.
Oh my god, he has
You are
wings.
too kind, Mr. Owlbert. If it were not for the IPM's generous invitation, I would not have had this opportunity to introduce your audience to our festival, nor its location. That is to say,
Yo, look at him.
Penacony is located in the Asdana star system. It is a holiday destination of universal repute, known to many as the planet of festivities. Our guests will be staying in the Reverie, a luxurious hotel where one may travel freely between reality and dreamscape, basking in dreams that are uniquely yours.
I'm curious, what makes this festival different from the previous ones?
Charmony Festival is a Penacony tradition with a long history, and we have built on that foundation to achieve something truly extraordinary. The family on Penacony has, for the first time, issued public invitations to various factions of the cosmos, welcoming them to partake in our magnificent ceremony. Members of the 5 great families, which together make up the family on Penacony, as well as staff members of the Reverie, are united in welcoming the universe to our home.
Rumor has it that your sister, the cosmic superstar Miss Robin, is set to perform at the ceremony.
You heard correctly. On behalf of the family, Robin will be singing at the opening of the festival in honor of the Eon of Harmony. My
What
sister
is
has
people-
already arrived in Penacony, and dress rehearsals are well underway.
I am not
Our
ready.
guests are
I
in
am-
for quite the show.
Miss Robin's participation will undoubtedly make the
What a
ceremony
beautiful woman.
all the more dazzling. Mr. Sunday, would you be able to divulge any details about the festival's preparations?
All manner of preparations are
Oh,
unfolding as we
Misha.
speak. The Reverie's renovation works are drawing to
What
a
a
close,
cutie.
and so too is its human resources overhaul. Our level of service will be better
I
than
love
ever.
Sunday's voice. Oh my god.
Separately,
Who's
we have
that?
introduced performers and service personnel from the
Firefly,
Iris
okay.
family to Penacony's principal scenic areas and leisure facilities. I'm sure they will help our guests to feel right at home. Needless to say, safety is our primary concern. And so, the devoted and courageous Bloodhound family will be responsible for security at the festival. Danger does not exist in
Who is
Penacony's
that?
dreams. And the family promises
Chat.
that the safety of every guest is guaranteed. Of course,
I see a man.
the family is also forgiving.
Oh my
Perhaps
god.
you are a member of
What?
the Annihilation Gang,
Excuse me.
or even the Stellaron Hunters. If
Sam!
you cherish dreams and uphold benevolence,
Sam!
Penacony welcomes your arrival. Since issuing the invitations,
No!
we have received many replies from various organizations throughout the universe. Today will be the first time we are publishing the guest list.
All in the service of the preservation, the Amber Lord. He's an executive from the IPC Strategic Investment Department and a member of the legendary 10 Stonehearts, Mr. Adventurine. Explore, understand, establish, and connect. Together, the name is carried forward the trailblazing will of Acapella
What's
and
happening?
build bridges between the stars. The navigator of the Astral Express, Miss Hemiko, along with the entire crew, will soon be gracing Penacony with their presence. Trading knowledge for wisdom, calculating wealth with formulas, and transcending individual limitations through an academic network of shared resources. The renowned scholar of the Intelligentsia Guild, Dr. Veritas Ratio. We think, therefore we are, and memories are proof of existence. She's committed to safeguarding and sharing these
Black
memories
Swan.
and able to journey beyond the corporeal into the cosmos. Hails from the Garden of Recollection. It's
So
none other
pretty.
than
Look at
the
that
Metal Keeper
art.
herself, Miss Black
Oh my
Swan.
gosh, so gorgeous.
In the uncaring expanse of the cosmos, elation exists as a balm for sorrow. Forever resilient.
I'm so not
never
ready for this.
disheartened, ceaselessly untearful, endlessly present, and here representing the
Sparkle.
masked fools. Sparkle! Following the path of the hunt, journeying from one planet to another, upholding justice, eradicating evil.
They're doing
and
info
then
dump,
doing it
alright.
all over again. She's been away from the spotlight for too long. Representing the Galaxy Rangers, Miss Acheron takes the stage once more.
On behalf of the family, I hereby warmly welcome our guests to participate in this, our grand celebration. Penacony awaits you.
Oh my, oh my. What was... Listen, they showed us like 2 seconds, just like Genshin did. This is Genshin level teaser, okay. It's so pretty. Wait, we can go back and see. Chat, we can go back. This is the YouTube live stream. We can rewind. Bro.